Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop. It's great to have you here. Today we're going to be redoing my forge. Now the first forge I ever built, I probably built a couple years ago, and it was the first thing I ever really welded. It was done with a stick welder and it's kind of falling apart right now, so I figured it was time to build a new one. Okay, so here are some of the materials I have for the forge. These white bricks are called K26 fire bricks, and they're able to withstand about 2600 degrees. They're a pretty standard size. I think most of the fire bricks you can find are the same size. They're 9 inches long, they're 4.5 inches wide, and they're 2.5 inches thick. I saw some that were 3 inches thick, but most of them are 2.5 inches thick. These bottom bricks are the same size, they're just a more dense material. They don't insulate quite as well, but that's okay because I need them to be a lot tougher since they're going to be the bottom of the forge. So I bought 11 of these white fire bricks, and I bought 3 of these fire bricks down here, and that left me with one that I'm going to use kind of for the door to close off the forge once I put the material in there. And I'm just going to be able to slide this back and forth. This is something I saw Alex Steele do for his forge, and it seems to work pretty well. And for the outside walls of the forge, I just got this 16 gauge sheet metal. It's 24 by 24 inches, and I got 3 pieces. Now I'm probably not going to use all 3 for this build, but at least I'll have some extra sheet metal to do stuff with in the future. The only other part I forgot to mention was this stand. Now this is a stand I built for my first forge, and I think it's way too tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to chop it about 1 foot and then put this other piece of plate on top of it for the base of the forge. This is what I'm going to be using for the mortar in between the bricks. It's actually something I ordered from a pottery place. I ordered both this and all the bricks from a pottery place, and they're meant for, I guess, use in pottery kilns, but they work perfectly for forges. So I just wanted to give you guys a closer look of what the mortar looks like. It's kind of runny. I'm not sure how it works. I've never worked with it before, but I'm sure it'll be fine, so we'll see how it goes. guys, so the forge is finished and I just want to walk you through a couple of its features. This is the back opening, and if I ever need to put longer stock in the forge, I just remove these 2 fire bricks, just like this. And I just welded some angle to keep them in place, to make sure I don't knock them off the back of the forge. The outer dimensions of the forge are 11 3/4 by 13 3/4 by, let's see, 9 3/4 tall. And the inner dimensions are 6.5 wide by 4.5 tall by 13.5 deep. The inner dimensions of this forge are just a little bit bigger than my previous forge, even though the outside looks so big. So I think the single burner should be enough, but in the future I'm planning on building a forced air burner, which should be more efficient and more powerful than this one burner I have now. Okay, so I figured you guys might like a comparison between my old forge up here and the new one that I just built. This was made out of an air compressor tank that I found, and it was done with a stick welder, and it was actually one of the first things I ever welded, so it's not the best, but it got the job done until now. But like I said earlier, it has a door instead of this big opening, which I don't like because when you have it closed, there's just a small little opening right here to fit all the stuff in. And then when you open it up, you lose a lot of the heat because the opening's so big. So I like this fire brick setup a lot better because you can kind of fine tune the size of your opening for what you need to put in the forge. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and like my new forge design. If you do, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos just like this every single week. See you in the next one.